Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the most prestigious event for the day, the English debate. I extend a very warm welcome to the judges for this competition, who are Mr. Sanjay Khanduja, an alumnus of our school and a renowned chartered accountant and orator of our city, Mrs. Rupa Shankar, the director of Little Scholars, and Dr. Justin Massey, an alumnus of our college and an assistant professor of the Department of Chemistry of Ewing Christian College. I also extend a hearty welcome to Mr. Shamal Narayan, who is the chairperson for our day. He is a well-known law practitioner, and at the Allahabad University Law Department, he is the assistant professor. The rules for the debate are: there shall be two participants from each school, one for the motion and the other against the motion. The topic for the debate was given an hour ago, which is: we need to make the educational divide our priority and not the digital divide.
A very good morning to each one of you out here. Once again, this is festival time for St. Joseph's, and I'm grateful and very happy for the St. Joseph's fraternity to have invited me to this institution and this event. And we are now just to get about cracking with our English debate. The group song was truly exhilarating. Now, I guess most of the rules have already been with the participating teams for some time. So all of you are clear about the rules. I hope there are no confusions as far as the rules are concerned. All right. Thankfully, now we have veered around from the system of prepared debating that used to be the norm some time back to what is as close as possible to impromptu or extempore debating, because that is what debating is all about. Now, before we start off with our debate, I guess the order in which you have to come up is like this. From my right, we've got SJC Rihannagar, then we've got SJC Allahabad, SMC Mirzapur, SSC Allahabad, I believe, is not participating. Then we've got Girls High School, we've got YMCA, BCS Allahabad, that is Bethany Convent, right? And IPEM. Yes. All right. Sridhar tells me that those who are speaking in favor of the motion will be taking the podium on the right, and those who are speaking against the motion shall be taking the podium on the left. Now, the topic has been with the participants for the last 1 hour, so I guess they've had some time to prepare for it. And in any case, even if you've not really been able to mug it up, it is just as well, because you're not really supposed to mug it up. And let's have the debate in the best spirit of debating that we see. Debate basically goes back to what we used to know, witness way back in parliaments. But really speaking, debating is not something which is done only in a very contrived, artificial kind of a surrounding where you get up onto the podium and you say your piece. Debating is a way of life, it's a way of thinking. I think each one of us has a debater within us. So I guess with those introductory remarks, without much ado, we should get cracking. And just for the convenience of the august audience that we have over here, I'll quickly run through the rules once again. There shall be two participants from each school, one speaking for the motion and the other against the motion. The lots have been drawn, or this arrangement has been done that when I call out the name of one team, the speaker for the motion will speak first and the speaker against the motion will thereafter speak. The topic for the debate is: we need to make the educational divide our priority and not the digital divide. Each participant will be given 3 minutes for the main piece, and there will be a warning bell at the end of 2 minutes. Which means that when you get the warning bell at the end of 2 minutes, you must understand that you've got another 1 minute remaining or 60 seconds remaining to wrap up whatever you have to say. Sorry, there'll be a warning bell after 2.5 minutes. I stand corrected. There'll be a warning bell after 2.5 minutes. And then there would be 1 minute of interjection. Interjection has been kept confined only to the participants, which means that those who are participating here in the debate are the only ones who are allowed to interject. We are not having any interjections thrown open to the house. The participants will be negatively marked for reading from a piece of paper, which is how it should be, because if it is an extempore debating contest, then there's no point in going up over there with a piece of paper and reading out of it. So negative marks for using a piece of paper while you are speaking. No electronic devices are to be allowed. And of course, this is as far as the preparatory stage is concerned, which is already over. The participants over here were allowed to make use of books, magazines, newspapers, and other written material that they might have brought with them. But all that is over. So now let's eagerly wait for this exciting debate that we have on hand. The topic once again, we need to make the educational divide our priority and not the digital divide. And let's have the interjection, an exciting piece of exchange. Mostly we will not be allowing supplementaries, but in case it is a good quality question and there is a requirement for a rebuttal, I would be permitting it. But please allow me to control the proceedings as far as the debate is concerned. Let us have an exciting debate. So all the best to each one of you. May the best man or the best girl win. Here's wishing each one of you all the very best. The first team to take to the stage today is SJC Rihan Nagar, and we've got Tanya Tripathi and Ayushi Tripathi representing this institution. I think they've been coming to this festival for the last many years. We welcome you once again. Tanya Tripathi of SJS Rihan Nagar speaking for the motion. Please.
A very warm good morning to you all. Today I, Tanya Tripathi of St. Joseph's School, Rihan Nagar, stand before you to express my views for the motion, we need to make educational divide our priority than digital divide. The world is running at a very fast rate. So, we are focusing more on creating a digital India than an educated India. What will we do of bullet trains, Wi-Fi, tablets, etc. if people are not educated enough? Every government comes with the motto of development. But is it really possible without education? I consider this a pure show-off. I think investment in education will always pay better than digitization. With a literacy rate of less than 70% and 2 out of every 3 men being unaware of their rights and still more investment in digitization, I must ask, what type of country are we creating? By gaining knowledge and education, one not only becomes capable of supporting himself, but also becomes capable citizen of the country. I hereby conclude by telling, our country can wait for being smart, but it cannot wait for being educated. Thank you.
All right, so that's the main piece which is over. Any interjections? Would you please give your name? Shatakshi, please, do you have a microphone? You'd like to interject from right here? You'd like to go over there? Please go and interject from there. Keep your question short, succinct. Let it not be a statement, just a question.
Good morning. Well, my worthy opponent, you said that I feel that through digitalization also we are getting education, and that too in a better manner. So what are your views about it?
Of course.
Sorry, excuse me. What is your question? Whatever her views she has already given. If you have a question to ask, please ask a question.
Okay. My question to you is, what do you think that digitalization is also providing education? How can you say that digital devices are not being on a same level with education?
Of course it is being on the same level as education, but I think we are not up to the mark. Financial conditions of the country are not up to the mark for investing more on digitalization. Moreover, in our country, digitalization has turned more towards creating Wi-Fi connection, bullet trains, than creating a smart class. Thank you.
Thank you. That question is answered. Do we have any more time remaining for this interjection?
Thank you.
We've got some more time remaining. Is there any other question? Please. What's your name? Please ask your question quickly.
Good morning, my worthy opponent. I guess with digitization will come education. If using computers is the only way out, won't digitization promote education?
I did not say not to use computers. I just said more investment in digitization than education will be a loss to the country.
Right, thank you. That question is answered. Thank you so much, Tanya. We now go on to the next speaker. Calling upon Ayushi Tripathi, also of SJC Rihan Nagar. She'll be taking the podium against the motion. Judges, her name is Ayushi Tripathi, and your time, Ayushi, starts now.
Good morning. Today, I, Ayushi Tripathi of St. Joseph School, is going to speak against the motion. I strongly believe that it is very important to emphasize on the digital divide rather than the educational, because the entire development of the country depends on it. To progress in every field, we need to focus on the digital section. How can we say that educational section is important when the progress in today's world is measured by the digital development in every country? Emphasizing on digital development, I would like to ask everyone that the books only provide limited knowledge extended to few books, whereas the digital system opens a wide range of information, whether it's search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, or other internet sites. It also helps us to share our ideas and notions to connect with different parts of people in the world. I want to raise a question as to why India is still lagging in the list of developed countries. The reason is the poor digital development in India. In developed countries like America, the usage of 4G is in high use, but in India, I barely myself have a 3G connection. So 4G seems like a dream to me, and I find it very sad to inform you all that the villages in India do not even have an internet connection. So for the overall development, we need the digital system of the country to be improved and furnished. Also, I want to ask, how many of us has never used the internet for our work? I think none, because it has become a daily part of our life and it has become very important. And our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has also understood its importance and has launched the Digital India program for the development of the digital system in country. And other educated people like Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs have also been pressurizing on the development on digital education for the betterment of the country. Thank you.
Thank you. You did not overshoot the time limit, so that was good enough. Any interjections? Yes. Young lady, what's your name? Shruti, please go and ask your question.
With the due respect of the judges, I would like to ask my worthy opponent that before, in the history, the great minds have made so many inventions without using the digital devices. Then how can you say that digital devices is the only method through which India can move forward?
Well, as we see, as the time has moved forward, so our needs has also. So to cope up with the new facilities and the development in today's world, we need to be digitally improved and digitally developed to compete in the overall world.
Right, thank you. That question is answered. Any other question? Any other question? Thank you. So that will be all. Ayushi, that was well done. Now, before we go on to the next team, which happens to be the host team, for which I am sure that there will be a big round of applause even before they take the stage, I would be failing in my duty if I were not to introduce the gentlemen who are helping me in conducting this debate. To my left, we have got Gautam Mishra and Savar Khanna, who are helping me with keeping time with other works over here. And to my right is Anhad Narayan. He is also helping in keeping time. So thank you so much, all three of you. And now, calling upon the host institution, St. Joseph's College, Aditya Kapoor from St. Joseph's College, Allahabad. Speaking for the motion.
A very good morning to all of you. We live in a world that is most statically drenched with a digital outburst that is slowly trying to take over the globe. We live in a world where a man can forget his car keys but never his mobile phone. It's like we're living in a matrix full of machines. That sounds pretty cool, right? But what most of us miss out is the fact that we are becoming way too dependent on these machines and we're starting to lose ourselves to them. Worst of all, this digitalization is breaching through and replacing the traditional educational methods. My friend, the power a single book can hold is a league above whatever you may find over the internet.
Debate all over again. Your time starts now.
A very good morning once again to all of you. So, as I was saying, we live in a world that is statically drenched with a digital outburst which is slowly trying to take over the entire globe. We live in a world where a man can forget his car keys but never his mobile phone. So it's like living in a matrix full with machines. Sounds pretty cool, right? But what most of us miss out is that we are becoming way too dependent on these machines and are slowly starting to lose ourselves to them. Worst of all, this digitalization is breaching through and is starting to replace our traditional educational methods. My friends, the power a single book can hold is a league beyond whatever you may find over the internet. Sure, Googling in all your stuff and completing your assignments easily sounds like a piece of cake, right? But weren't we always taught that the easiest method is never also the best? Also, I've never had an experience where my textbook crashed and all my data was lost. Have you? But isn't that quite common with a computer system? Tell me, is it the machine that laid foundation to man? Or is it man who created machine? How did he accomplish that in the first place? Right, knowledge. Knowledge that no computer system or no internet was there to transmit to him, yet he still did it. And now that we have all that computer system technology, we can't live without them, and that's just sad. Most importantly, especially for a country like ours, do we even have the money? I mean, what do you find cheaper? A textbook or an internet connection? A notepad or a tablet? Anyway, recently the Prime Minister launched a Digital India campaign, and Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg also showed his support in the motion. So this campaign basically promises to reach out the extent of the digitalization to the masses so that even the poor people can use this medium for their upliftment. And that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. We can't give them employment. You can't provide them with education, yet you say you can give them free Wi-Fi. No offense, but our PM is certainly a funny man. In the end, I would like to conclude that even when the entire English debate that we're all a part of does not support the use of mobile phones, how can we say that the digital medium needs to be prioritized? This question I leave for you all to decide. Thank you.
I think you've already been given a chance. Yes, from SMC. Jayesh Jaiswal. Please go and ask your question. And please keep your question sharp and to the point.
My dear friend, you said that the digital media is making ourselves dependent and we are losing into it. But I don't think so that it is so, but it is according to the
What is your question? You are wasting precious time. What's your question?
My question is that how can you say that we are losing ourselves into the digitalization rather than being a need?
Okay, now allow him to answer. Yes, please answer.
Basically, as I just stated, that we are getting too dependent, like all of us here, most of us at least, have mobile phones. And can you imagine spending your life even for say a month without them? all of you must be having a computer system at home. Most of you must be having internet connections. Take that out. Are you not desperate?
Right, thank you. That question is answered. We've still got some time remaining. Any other questions? Okay, you may ask your question quickly.
Well, my friend, as you just saw, what if the lights goes off? Won't you need a charged digital device to educate people?
And what if that charged digital device goes out?
Well, electricity did.
I would personally call a mechanical engineer to fix my lights for me.
Right, thank you. Thank you so much. That question also stands answered. Yeah, Adit, you can take your chair. Before we proceed any further with this debate, I know that you've been given the topic only about an hour back, but do make an effort. I'm making this request to all the participants. Do make an effort to see what the topic is. I'll repeat the topic to you. We need to make the educational divide our priority and not the digital divide. So, of course, I'll probably have to say something more about it at the end of the debate, but be careful about what the topic is.